So today's video is going to be the drugstore makeup tutorial that y'all wanted to see. I know makeup is very expensive, and for people who aren't really sure what they're doing when it comes to makeup, it's hard to go spend, you know, $40 on a foundation or $30 on a brow pencil. So that's why I wanted to make this video, to hopefully help some of you who want to get into makeup but you're not sure what to buy and you don't want to break your bank, basically. So that's what this video is going to be about today. All the products that I bought are actually from CVS. These products you can get from Ulta, Walmart, Walgreens, and CVS. I'm actually refilming this video because the first time I filmed it, it was up and down, and when I was trying to edit, it was aggravating the crap out of me, so I just decided to scratch the whole thing and I'm going to redo it. So this is actually my second time filming. So now I know if I like the product, so I can give you a little more feedback in this video. So it actually worked out. I tried to go to the stores that, you know, most people have access to. So yes, I tried my best to find every single product for a full face. This will be full face, full glam of all drugstore makeup, and I hope you guys like it. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so for brows, I am going to start off with this LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil in shade Soft Brown. I usually use a brow pomade, which is like a gel. I rather that for my eyebrows, but I haven't found a brow pomade at the drugstore that I like just yet, so I will be using a pencil. Alright, so I went ahead and did my brows because brows take really long for me to do, especially with the pencil. But I already know how I feel about this pencil. It is not my favorite. I bought this for $4.79, so around $5. Don't really care for it, but at the same time, for $5, if you're really looking for a brow pencil and you don't want to spend a lot of money, I think you would like this. However, there is a NYX one that is 10 times better than this. It's just at the CVS that I was at, they didn't have my shade, and I didn't feel like going anywhere else just for a brow pencil. I think it's worth it for $5 though. If you're looking for it, you can get away with it, but I'm used to something else, so that's why it's just not my favorite. But it works, so that's all that matters. So I went ahead and just cleaned them up with my Makeup Revolution concealer. You can get the Makeup Revolution concealer at Ulta for $7. And now I'm going to take that concealer and prime my eyes. And I do want to mention that all the brushes that I'm going to be using in this video for my face and my eyes are all from Morphe. And Morphe is a very cheap but high quality brand. All of their products are very fair priced. They have really cheap eyeshadows. Alright, now I'm going to take my translucent powder from Codi Airspun. You can get this at Walmart for $5. But for eyeshadow, I am going to go in with this Milani Pure Passion eyeshadow palette. They have two different ones. They have this one, which is more like a warm berry tone palette, and they have another one that has more neutral tones. So for more like your everyday kind of eyeshadow, they have that one as well. This was a little more on the steep side. I have Morphe palettes that actually cost less than this. So if you really don't want to break the bank, then go get you some Morphe eyeshadows. However, if you're not close to an Ulta and you need to go to Walgreens, CVS, or Walmart, you can get this palette there. And that's why I ended up getting this palette, because not everybody has access to Ulta, and it's easier to go to Walmart than it is to Ulta for some people. So this is actually $19.99, so $20 for this palette, which I have to say, I think it's worth it, because after using it, the mattes and the shimmers are amazing. The mattes blend like a dream, and the shimmers are very pigmented even without wetting it with a spray. So I think this palette is worth it. If you're looking for a warm tone palette, this is a great alternative. The drugstore does not have many eyeshadow palettes. Wet n Wild has some little mini palettes that are very good. But I got this one because it has more options to choose from. Alright, so I'm going to start with a transition shade. Alright, now I'm going to deepen the crease with this middle shade. It's like a burnt orange. Alright, and now I'm going to deepen the crease just a little bit more using a brown shade. I'm done with the matte shades for now, and now I'm going to go in with the shimmer. The color I'm going to pick is going to be this really pretty gold color. I have not found a setting spray at the drugstore that I have liked. The only one that I do like is the Morphe one, but you can only get it at Ulta. But I don't like using that one to set my shadows. So I am going to use my primer water, but I mean, to set your eyeshadows, I think any of them would work at the drugstore. I just don't have any on hand besides my Morphe one. So I am done with the eyeshadow. I think it came out really good. Now I'm going to take this Wet n Wild Proline Felt Tip eyeliner. This one is good. The only thing is, like, if you do it on your inner corner, it kind of bleeds out a little bit. But other than that, it's super black and it's super matte. So besides the bleeding issue, it's actually a very good liner. The original price of this eyeliner was $4.19, but I did get it 50% off, so I got it for $2. For $2, even $4, I think it's very, very good. I know Maybelline has an amazing gel eyeliner. I've used that one before, and that one is super good. I just don't really like gel eyeliners. I rather a felt tip, but if you like a gel eyeliner, you have to go check out the Maybelline. Alright, so my eyeliner is done, and I actually think for somebody who's trying to experiment with black eyeliner, this one specifically would be very good for you because the felt tip itself, it's not flexible. Like, it doesn't bend. It's very sturdy. This is going to give you more control when you're doing your eyeliner. So if you're just starting out, I think you should really check this out. Alright, so for false lashes, I have these Ardell Foamy Whispies. Alright, so this is a pack of 4, and I got this for $15.29. So it is more on the steep side, but you do get 4 pairs of lashes. Usually 1 pair of lashes at the drugstore will run you about like $5 to $7. So I got 4 for $15. So it really depends what you want. If you wear false lashes a lot, it's better to get the bulk pack. And normally I would use my House of Lashes lash glue. That's a mouthful. But since this is drugstore, I will be using my Kiss lash glue. I will have to trim these. Alright, so these are actually the lashes I did not use whenever I filmed the first time. I used a different pair, but I don't know what I did with them, so I'm using these. Because once you take your lashes off, that's it. If you don't put them up, they're lost forever. Okay, so these lashes are very natural. I do recommend the style Whispies. Whispies is an actual style. Just because Whispies are very like fluffy, but they're a natural fluffy. So you can really not even tell that I'm wearing false lashes. Like, they look really natural. So if you're just starting out with false lashes, I would definitely try out Whispies. And Kiss and Ardell, you can find them at Walmart, CVS, and Walgreens. And they both had the style Whispies. Alright, so I am going to now prime my face. This is a primer from e.l.f. This is the Beautifully Bare Luminous Matte Makeup Primer. When I saw this, I was kind of like, Luminous Matte. Luminous is glowy, matte is not. So I was very intrigued as to exactly what this is. I don't really like that many drugstore primers. I've tried some in the past and none really have been my favorite. I like my high-end primers, but at the same time, the 2 primers I put on my face probably total about $80, just those 2 primers, and this was $10. So I mean, girls, it's your preference, whatever you want to spend. Alright, so it's like a little white consistency. It almost looks like a moisturizer, and I'm just gonna rub that all over my face. It feels like a moisturizer. That's exactly what it feels like. So being that I did film already, I did already wear this, and when I took my makeup off, it was probably about, I had worn it for 6 or 7 hours, and I have to say, my skin looked really good, but I really didn't do anything major. Like, I wasn't sweating, I wasn't outside much, so I don't really know how it really wears, but for the 7 hours that I had it on, my skin looked very good, and my makeup applied evenly. So I have to say, if you're looking for a drugstore primer, I would check this one out. It's really good. Okay, so for foundation, I already have this L'Oreal Infallible foundation that I recently just bought, and it's actually really good. I mix it with a matter foundation because if it's hotter outside and I'm more active and doing stuff, my oils will peek through a little, and it doesn't get gross, but like it doesn't stay matte how I like. But this is, I want to say $12 or $15, around that range. If you have normal or dry skin, I think you would really like this. But there is a much cheaper foundation at the drugstore that I've already used before, and I love it. It works for all skin types. It has a matte finish, and it's just a beautiful foundation. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. This is amazing. It is $5.99, y'all. $5.99. And when I tell you, it has beat some of my high-end foundations from Ulta and Sephora. So if you're looking for a foundation and you're not sure what to get because you're scared you're going to be too oily or you're too dry, I highly recommend this foundation. I am in the shade Soft Beige. I got 2 shades because I didn't know what shade I was, but Soft Beige works better for me. The only con about this foundation, and y'all, it's a big con, but at the same time, it's $5.99. It smells like paint. So if you're sensitive to smells, I don't think, not that you're not going to like this because it goes away once it's on your face. You can't even smell it, but when you first apply it, y'all, the paint smell is very strong. Alright, so this is my Real Techniques makeup sponge. I rather this over a beauty blender 10 times over. The beauty blender will cost you $20. You can get 2 of these at Walgreens, Walmart, or CVS for $10. Literally half the price, and it is 10 times better in my opinion, but that's just a preference. You know, everybody's different. Okay, so I will be using 2 concealers. Y'all already know I love the Makeup Revolution one. Again, this is $7 and you can get it at Ulta. But I did get this L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear. This is the same line as that Infallible foundation. And this is super full coverage. The only reason why I don't like it by itself is because the formula is very thick because it is full coverage. And I do find it to be a little bit drying. This one gives me a little more moisture so my eyes don't look so cakey. So if you have like really bad under eyes where your concealer tends to crease a lot, I don't know if you're gonna like this, but if you want to mix it with a more dewy concealer, I think you would actually really like this because it is full coverage. So this is $12.99, so if I had to guess, the foundation was probably $15. But it is a little more on the steep side because this one is $7. But, you know, my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer is, I want to say, $32. Still really good, and it doesn't break the bank. think Lila wants to make an appearance, y'all. Say hi. Hi. Who's that pretty girl? Say hi. I just wanted to make an appearance. Y'all, these brows are killing me. It's just not what I'm used to. So I've already powdered my face and I'm done all of that. So now I'm going to go ahead and contour. I'm going to take my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is in the shade Light Bronzer. They just came out with, I think, a few new colors. So if you're deeper than me or if you're more fair than me, you might enjoy those more because this is the original color that they first launched with. Okay, so for bronzer, I'm taking this Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer, and I want to say I got this for around $5. Most Wet n Wild products are around like the $5 to $6 range, so Wet n Wild is very affordable, and usually all their products are very good. This is the shade Sunset Striptease. While my face is baking, I'm going to go ahead and finish up the under eye. And the colors that I'm going to take is just this transition color and that brown. That's the only two colors I'm going to use. So what I did for the under eyes is I took that transition color and I put it underneath my entire lower lash line, and then I took that brown and then I focused it right on the outer corner and then drug it in. Alright, so now we're going in with blush. My brush broke, excuse that. Alright, so I'm going to take this Wet n Wild Color Icon blush. Wet n Wild has like an entire Color Icon series. This was very affordable, and these blushes are so pigmented. Y'all, I'm talking like one little dip and you get tons of color payoff. So for blush, I would definitely recommend the Wet n Wild. Hands down, they are so affordable and you get so much color, and they have really pretty colors. Another blush that's very good, and you can get this at Walmart, is from Flower Beauty. It's more expensive than this one. I want to say this is more around $7, $7 or $8, but it's still really good, and they have really, really pretty shades. I love this peach color, so I would definitely recommend these two brands. A highlight, y'all, there are so many good highlighters at the drugstore. Some of my favorites are the Milani 3-pan highlighter, which looks like this. I love this one because this one's very sheer, but you can build it up to be like extremely blinding, so I love this one. And it's gonna work for every skin tone because you have 3 different colors. Another one of my favorites is this Maybelline Master Chrome highlighters. They have a few shades. They're really pretty. This is a very blinding highlight. I want to say this is around the $7 range. All these highlighters are around the $7 range except for my Wet n Wild, which is like $5. But yeah, these two are really good. I recommend these. One of my absolute favorites is from Wet n Wild. Actually, when I went to CVS and I was buying the makeup, they recently came out with new shades, and I was like, oh my god, this shade is so pretty. I don't think I have this one. And this is Precious Petals. Well, I get home and I already have Precious Petals. So I bought 2 of the same one. Apparently I really like the shade, so this is what I'm going to use today. These are extremely pretty, and the reason why I wanted to mention this one is because this one is $5. Okay, so on my face is still drying, I am going to take a brow gel. Now, I am cheating for this one because I have not found a brow gel at the drugstore that I like. I'm sorry, I just haven't. I do know that Maybelline just came out with one, and I hear it's really good, but I didn't get that one just because, I don't know, I can't go away from my Gimme Brow. But if you have a brow gel from the drugstore that you like using, please leave it in the comments below so I can go check it out. For mascara, I am going to go in with my L'Oreal Slash Paradise. This is around $8, and y'all know how I feel about this. Alright, so my eyes are done, guys. They came out really good. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with lips, and I'm going to take this LA Girl Ultimate Lip Intense Stay Auto Liner. That is a long title. This is the shade Keep It Spicy, and I got this for $4.79. These lip liners are really good, really creamy. I highly recommend these. I'm going to use this Milani Matte Satin Liquid Lipstick. This is in the shade Velvet. These smell so good. These are, they're not transfer proof. If you're kissing, eating, drinking, they will transfer. But the reason why I like them is because they are a satin matte, so they don't completely dry down matte and dry out your lips. It looks like it's matte, but it's really comfortable, and you don't have to worry about your lips getting all crusty. But like I said, they do transfer, so be warned. But I think these are really good, and they smell so good. Like, I could eat the tube, it smells so good. This is the finished look, y'all. This is an entire face using only drugstore products besides the brow gel, but we'll just pretend that that didn't happen. But yeah, I hope you guys like this look, and I hope this video was helpful for y'all. I hope that you learned some things, and if you have any questions about any of the products or just about any products in general from the drugstore, leave them in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer them and give y'all the best advice that I can. I hope you have a great day wherever, or night, wherever you guys are when you're watching this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, y'all.